Middle Eastern niche fragrances that are perfect 10s.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about perfect 10 out of 10 Middle Eastern niche fragrances. Performance, sillage, I mean, bang for buck. A lot of these are better than designers. They're niche DNA and they smell fantastic. With half of these designers, you're not even going to get a fraction of some of these in scent profile, performance, longevity, and bang for buck. First one is called Berry's Body Oud. This is by Abdul Samad Al-Qurashi. Another one, a part of the whole lineup with the Body Oud series. They have body oil. The one I have today is a spray format, and it's called Body Oud. The oil comes with a little dabber. Extrait de Parfum, absolutely phenomenal in terms of performance and projection. One of the highest concentration. This lasts all freaking day. The DNA of this, although there are wood chips, there's absolutely no woodiness to my nose, at least. When you look at this, you might think, oh, it's gonna smell oody. No, it smells like berries, berry syrup, specifically strawberries and blueberry. Think of those pancakes with the covered syrup and all that stuff. That's what this is gonna smell like. So berries and vanilla, so sexy. And in the dry down, you do get more of this musk and woody nature to it. I would have put this in the must-have list, except for the fact that not everybody's gonna enjoy the whole berry thing. So yes, it's pretty unisex, but because of those berries, etc., it does lean slightly feminine. Gentlemen, don't let that shy you away from this because I bought it for a reason. A 10 out of 10, easily. Execution, phenomenal. Next, Black Diamond Incense. A lot of aromatics, geranium, cinnamon, and some oud. What crazy performance on this bad boy. Each spray is like 5 king sprayers, 200 mLs, bang for buck, an absolute 10. Projects 10 times more than Parfums de Marly Layton Exclusive. You really don't need more than about 2 sprays. If you want to tone down a little bit of the oudiness, that's what this will do. It does kind of give it more of a Middle Eastern edge to it, but the entire DNA to begin with is pretty Middle Eastern. Geranium, lavender, aromatics, cinnamon, and oud. A gorgeous fragrance. And does what it does, actually, maybe a little bit, I don't want to say better, it does it a little bit different. More diffusive and aromatic and projecting. Definitely more projecting. Whereas the original will be rich, etc. Not a clone, much more of a twist that screams much louder. Next one is called La Peregrina by AM. Think of blue sapphire, but more wearable. That's exactly what this one does. A couple of similar notes, but this is the best illustration I could draw, is blue sapphire, aquatic vibes that really shines around this ambergris with a dry down of patchouli, musk. Yeah, it smells expensive and it's a little bit easier to wear than blue sapphire. Saffron, patchouli, musk, labdanum, a gorgeous fragrance, especially if you like that very classic mob boss type of DNA, and it tones down a lot of those salty aspects of the original blue sapphire. Much more of a twist than something of a clone. If you enjoy those types of fragrances, this is a great twist and take on it, and it lasts all day. If you like tobacco-based fragrances that do tobacco, no joke, freshly picked, earthy tobacco, very natural smelling, Arabian Ouds Jebel al-Lawz, a 10 out of 10. I mean, photorealistic tobacco leaf. So it's not for people that want just compliments. This is for people who enjoy the art of perfumery, the art of tobacco fragrances. Think of fragrances like Royal Tobacco by Amouage. It's not a mass appealer, and neither is this, but the art of this fragrance, absolutely phenomenal. A 10 out of 10, easy and eternal, lasts all day. And be careful, don't spray this on white clothes because it will stain. A lot of naturals in this one, and the color of the juice is definitely natural as well. Next one is called Only Black by Arabian Oud, a relatively affordable version of Reflection Man, believe it or not. It has that similar DNA. I don't think it's a distinctive clone. It's a bit creamier, less peppery, tones down some of the effervescence that you get with Reflection Man, but it does a similar DNA. Lasts all day, smells phenomenal. You can rock this every single day. Only Black by Arabian Oud. This next one, Asil Special Edition by Al Arabi Al Oud. This is another great fragrance. In the top, you're gonna get a lot. You get the saffron, the orange flower, some vanilla, a lot of sweetness from that caramel, and the rose. Powdery orange blossom, basically. Powdery orange flower fragrance. So a lot of fragrances that utilize that orange flower or orange blossom and vanilla combination with some ambroxan smell intoxicating. Something similar to Parfums de Marly Altair. Not gonna say that this smells like it. No, there's much more to this than Altair. There's the addition of rose, there's the caramel, there's etc. Whereas that one has some spices, etc. But the combination rather of the ambroxan, vanilla, and orange blossom is the attention-grabbing factor in this one. Love this stuff, and much more to this than there is to Altair. So if you're into that whole DNA, you find that one too simple, I recommend you check this one out. Ladies, if you like Altair and you want something that's easier to wear even for you and more unisex, this one's the one. Asil Special Edition. A 10 out of 10 saffron leather fragrance, but it's much more than just that. A lot of fruits and florals in this one as well. The goal of this fragrance is to basically capture African perfumery in a sense, and that's exactly what this one does. Saffron, florals, fruits, and some of that leather. A gorgeous take on African fragrance DNA. Really good, you're gonna stand out. I rocked this one to the New York Scent Explorer, got a lot of compliments. Not safe for everybody, but very unisex. Raspberry, more fruits actually, saffron, and leather. A gorgeous fragrance, Safari Extreme. Next one is Saffron, Oud Rose, and chocolate. This is Risala by Al Arabi Al Oud. Yes, it's been done by a lot of other brands and they do imitations inspired by, but there's nothing quite like the original. Pretty unisex in my opinion, slightly feminine leaning, but still gorgeous. Not for a beginner. This is for trained noses that can actually detect notes like saffron, etc. A gorgeous take, 100%, and lasts all day. A 10 out of 10, Risala. If you like jammy rose, musks, and wood, look no further than Rosewood by Al Arabi Al Oud. Highly replicated and duplicated, the best one, a 10 out of 10. Definitely more feminine in my opinion, but ladies that like rose-based fragrances, this is one of the best. The queen for sure. Rosewood by Al Arabi Al Oud. Last one, Al Farid by Al Arabi Al Oud as well. So a lot of Arabian Oud fragrances because they have the Guinness World Record for the largest niche selection fragrances, so it's no surprise. This is much different. This is as if an Oud fragrance had a baby with something like Dior Homme 2020 or Arabian Oud's Amiri. Dior Homme 2020 is very simple, but not many people are going to know what Arabian Oud's Amiri is. The reason I use that resemblance is because of the use of ISO E Super. ISO E Super is kind of like this note that they use to enhance fragrances, and what it does is, other than enhance the fragrance, adds like this woody backbone to the entire DNA. So a lot of that ISO E Super, there's also ambroxan in this fragrance, or ambergris, with a combination of peppers, pink pepper specifically, and oud. So a different take on this peppery oud fragrance DNA. Rather than using the spicy saffron and typical oud and vanilla, this one uses that pink pepper and oud, and in the base it goes with like this musky cashmerean vibes with the ambroxan and ISO E Super. Very different, a little bit more versatile take on that whole spiced oud combination, and for that very reason it makes it more masculine, specifically because of the whole ISO E Super vibe, which gives this one a backbone DNA of some woods. So that woody nature is what kind of makes fragrances go more into the masculine side of things. Essentially a woody cashmerean vibe with ambroxan, oud, and peppers. That's what Al Farid is. A great fragrance that screams opulence and oud. Fragrances that are perfect 10s. There was a lot to say about some of these fragrances because they deserve a lot more than just saying this is a 10. Yeah, there's a lot going into a lot of these lists, and these are all genuine 10s in my books. Let me know down in the comments if you own any one of these fragrances and what your thoughts are, and while you're down there, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and until the next one, peace.